Every wildfire begins somewhere. A lightning strike, a spark, a human mistake.
No storm had passed. No road reached this place. No one had been here. Yet something had carried fire across the water. The pattern made no sense. Until someone looked up. At first, everyone assumed it was another hawk. It waited for the wind, not the prey. Then, it disappeared. A new fire appeared.
Someone had planned this.
For the first time, the mystery had a face. Not a monster, not a legend, just a bird. At first glance, it looked almost ordinary, until it began to watch the wind. Every movement below was carefully measured. Nothing was rushed. It ignored the easiest prey, because it was waiting for something better. Other hunters chased movement. The Firekeeper chased opportunity. It was studying the fire itself. Its target was never the fire. It was what the fire left behind.
One branch, still alive, still burning. Then, it made its choice.
It wasn't escaping the fire.
It was taking the fire somewhere else. The Firekeeper never carried fire without a reason. Every flight had already been planned. It wasn't looking for prey. It was looking for the perfect wind. One mistake, and the fire would die, or become impossible to escape. Then, it released the ember. The fire didn't chase the animals. The smoke did. It wasn't chasing. It was waiting for one mistake. It had waited for the one moment no prey could predict. One strike, less than a second. The fire was never the weapon. It was only the beginning. For countless hunts, the Firekeeper had trusted the wind. Today, the wind changed first. The smoke no longer followed the grass. It followed the sky. But the fire had already chosen its own path. The prey escaped, not from the bird, but from the fire. The hunt had completely fallen apart. Now, the fire was hunting everything.
Even the Firekeeper knew this was no longer a tool.
It abandoned the hunt, because survival always comes first.
A single mistake had cost an entire hunting ground.
The Firekeeper had learned how to carry fire, but fire had never learned to obey. The Firekeeper was never born carrying fire. It had to learn. And every lesson began with watching. For weeks, the young bird never hunted. It only followed. The lesson was never about fire. It was about patience. Only after mastering the wind. Puttian, could it touch the ember? The first ember was never carried, only studied.
There would always be another hunt. There would never be another life. Only then did the lesson truly begin. For thousands of years, fire was never inherited, only the courage to carry it. When the dry season finally ended, the fires disappeared. So did the Firekeeper.
Months passed without another sighting. Researchers searched the burned ground, looking for proof.
No lightning had crossed the water. Neither had the flames.
Only one question remained. How did it get there? Some believed it was only coincidence.
Then, just once, the silence returned.
Waiting for another dry season.
Because fire always returns. And somewhere, something is already watching the wind. Every wildfire begins somewhere, perhaps with lightning, perhaps with human hands,